This is for the counseling 5318 termination final video. I'm here with Mr. Napier.
Hello.
How are you doing? Alrighty, Mr. Napier. And just like the previous sessions, I'm going to have you actually read through the professional disclosure agreement just really quickly. And then when you're ready, we can go ahead and sign. Alright, and I'm just going to speed through it really quickly. Again, I'm a graduate student working towards the completion of my master's degree in professional counseling. I'm currently practicing these techniques and therefore will be recording the session, but only my professor and classmates will see the tape. The recording will be destroyed at the end of the semester. Likewise, you should know that there are some limitations to my counseling. Please note that it is not possible to guarantee any specific results regarding your counseling goals. However, together we will work to achieve the best possible results for you. And again, you can read through the client rights. I'm going to go ahead and just state that out loud for the video. It is your right at any time to inquire about the process and procedures being used in our relationship. Once you have begun counseling with me, there is no obligation to continue. My services are rendered in professional manners, consistent with the ethical standards of the American Counseling Association. Everything we discuss in sessions will be kept confidential, except if I determine you are in imminent danger to yourself or others. If you report child or elder abuse or neglect. If your records are subpoenaed by court of law. If you disclose sexual contact with a mental health provider. If information is requested by your contract provider, including your insurance company. If I'm directed by you in writing to disclose information to someone of your choosing. If you bring a malpractice suit against me. You are also aware that this session may be recorded. This recording is for the benefit of my evaluation, and if recorded, will only be viewed by my instructor and again, my classmates. This recording will be destroyed upon completion of my course. By your signature below, you are indicating that you have read, understood, and agreed to this agreement. Do you have any questions?
Oh,
okay.
No.
Perfect. Go ahead and sign for me. Your pen. Your records. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Napier. Since our last meeting,
Yeah. Working through some stuff, trying to use more stuff that we talked about last time.
yeah. Is that with your mom or is it?
Right now, basically.
Back to her home from the nursing facility that she was at. And I know that, it was kind of a tender subject to expand on, but if you're comfortable, with sharing that, how did it go?
Not so good. I feel like it was rushed, and she kind of just wanted to get back home, even though it wasn't probably the best thing for her. Definitely not a livable place for her right now.
Oh, really? So do you think she just, rushed to that decision because of her being uncomfortable at the nursing home, or did she express?
Then being stubborn and not wanting to listen to no one, do whatever she wants. But I feel like she's suffering now because of it. I mean, in a way she sees it, but definitely hard.
Mm-hmm. Does she have help with, her being at home? Oh, okay.
One or two people that'll bring her food or might give her a ride to the doctor, but other than that, she's pretty much on her own right now.
Right. So just a few people to support her, and I bet that's tough to handle, especially with being so far away because she is in Kentucky, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's hard to go to the doctor and she can't. She don't need to be driving, but she's forcing herself. There's a lot of things she's doing that she shouldn't be doing, but she really don't have a choice because she made her choice to leave the nursing home. So.
And she can't go back, right? Oh, okay. And I know you mentioned when we first got here that you have been utilizing that homework that I gave you, that breathing technique. Is that correlated to what we just talked about? You know, in those conversations, did you use?
Absolutely. Breathing technique definitely helps when I can't really say much to her or do anything. It's very frustrating, so realizing the breathing technique definitely helps. No doubt about that. But it's still very hard.
Yeah. Um, did you happen to record those instances? I know it's difficult, especially when you're in the moment and you're just concentrated on kind of, you know, keeping it cool, you know, being respectful to her. You remember how many times maybe?
3 or 4 times at least in the last few days.
So like within the last week, you would say?
Oh, I haven't video recorded, but I have jotted down some notes and stuff like that.
Mm.
But yeah, it has been definitely been helpful.
Really? How so?
Because I get very angry and I want to scream, cuss, yell like everybody else, but I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be respectful to her and respect her wishes. Because I mean, as much as I want to say I don't want her there, it's still her choice, still her place.
Mm-hmm. And it does put you in a tough spot, you know, as her child.
Yeah, my brother, he's doing okay, it seems like, but just kind of went back to her now, so I thought he would be the tough one, but
Mm-hmm.
she's definitely pushing for first place.
Well, you know what? In this counseling or the healing journey that you've been on, you know, um, seeking out assistance to help you just cope and manage these emotions and navigate all of that, I do see a very big difference in just that conversation right there from where we were day one to where we are now. Do you see that a little bit within yourself as well?
I mean, like I said, it helps with the anger and everything, so I'm still frustrated, but I'm not as outspoken with my frustration as I was. Trying to be respectful, trying not to get myself upset. It's just not worth the wasted energy of being upset on it.
Mm.
I'd rather have a good day and be happy rather than sit here and sulk on it.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Well, I tell you what, I do want to take this opportunity to utilize, yes, yeah, to utilize one last exercise in our termination session because I know that, you know, beginning of our counseling session when we had agreed to the contract that we kind of wrote out about our expectations that, you know, we discussed so many sessions. So now that we're recapping that, I want to take the time to do this one last exercise. So if you will just close your eyes, and I think we're going to role play. So for a moment, I just want you to imagine that I am your mom. I want you to pretend that in this moment you are in a safe space and you have the courage to tell me how you really feel. I don't want you to hold back, okay? So I want you to tell me how this near-death experience with your mom, and of course the experience as well with your brother, has affected you, okay? I want you to open your eyes, pretend I'm your mom, and tell me without fear of judgment. Just tell me how you feel.
I would have to start by saying I'm very upset, uh, very aggravated with the situation. Yes, absolutely. Uh, I just, after seeing you go through almost dying and coming back and having everything that's happened to the house with their family going in and out, taking stuff that you knew was going to happen, but and you could have prepared for it, but you didn't let nobody know that you was hurting or that you needed help, or at least the people that could help you, you didn't let them know. I would, I would, like I've told you before, I just really wish you would start letting me know before stuff gets out of hand, so that I can actually help, rather than waiting until the last minute and expecting a miracle. Really, that's the majority of it.
Are you angry with me?
Not as much, no. No, I can't say I'm necessarily angry. I'm disappointed. Can't even say I'm angry anymore. I was definitely when it all happened. I was definitely very angry.
Right.
Nobody was helping my brother. Nobody was trying to get him the help he needed. They was just trying to make sure he had food. But I mean, he's laying there paralyzed, basically rotten in his bed, and nobody was trying to help him. And because it's because you was in the situation you was in, and everybody just thought it would be okay. But you didn't tell me anything, so I had no idea what was going on until I had to drive 1,000 miles to find out. So yeah, I was very upset. Not so much no more, but just wish you would. I just wish you would let me know ahead of time so that we can prepare and maybe not have these major consequences.
I think that's fair. Well, thank you for sharing your truth with me. Um, Now, after taking a moment, because I'm sure that was a lot to get off of your chest, I want you to tell me how that made you feel, that conversation. Do you feel different?
And it feels good to talk about it and get it off my chest, but at the same time, it makes me feel down too. I don't. I hate having to be the authority to my mother. I hate to act like her father, or
Almost like you're the
like
parent.
the opposite. And I hate that feeling. But at the same time, it does feel good to talk about it. And I have tried to express it too. Slowly getting there.
That's good. And that's an important change that I think is great that you have acknowledged and that I just acknowledged, since our first meeting about a month ago. So some important changes that have happened since our first meeting, what do you see as some of the key changes that have taken place in the counseling session?
There's definitely more. What, in the counseling or between me and her?
Um, the counseling, I would say that in this process, you coming to see things to the discipline.
All of it together really just being able to talk about it helps, and then I've noticed there's a lot more transparency between me and her, which is one of the things I really wanted, and accountability. I'm not so much as just trying to please people as I am trying to just do what's right. Right.
That's fair. What have been some of the most significant impacts on your life as a result of the changes that you found in therapy?
So upset at first, I'm like, back to this. breathing treatment or breathing
Technique.
breathing technique
Yeah.
and be able to cope with the issue in hand.
Thoughts do you think you'll have before the last time you come to see me? Excuse me, next time you come to see me. Because we are going to do a follow-up, I would say, in about 6 months. So in between that time, between now and then.
Just like to see more of what I'm doing, more patience, more transparency between me and her and my brother. And honestly, more of us coming together and being able to talk as adults and not argue like children.
That's fair. What are your thoughts about no longer coming to therapy? Do you have any concerns with this being our last session?
A little. I wouldn't mind continuing. Definitely. It definitely helps. So no, I wouldn't mind continuing.
That's good. For some, ending therapy can give a sense of loss. How do you feel you're going to handle?
I'm just going to keep continuing doing what I'm doing. It's hard enough dealing with them and then being able to use the techniques I've learned and everything that we talked about. It's very helpful. So I'm going to continue to do that. If I can't talk to you, I'll talk to someone that I can,
Yeah, seek outside resources.
Yeah.
That's true. You can always get support within your family and your friends. So definitely utilize that. Absolutely.
It definitely helps.
Yes, it does. So going back to the first session, you stated that your goals for counseling were to set boundaries and establish healthy coping strategies to deal with what we deem the family drama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do you feel that you've made progress in that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, there's still, of course, there's still going to be challenges ahead. The journey of healing promises that, obviously. So I'm very glad to hear, and I'm very proud of you for saying that you're going to utilize what you've used in these sessions moving forward, because that is another big step. Another big step. Remember that, of course, you have resources to help you. Again, your family, your friends. And again, if you want to reach out to me in between now and those 6 months, you are more than welcome to at any point, and we can continue and go from there. That's not a problem. Just want you to feel welcome. It has been a pleasure to work alongside you in your healing journey. And as your therapist, again, I do like to ask my clients if there's any feedback that you would wish to provide me so that I may be a better therapist. Is there anything moving forward that maybe you enjoyed or maybe that I can work on?
I enjoyed the whole experience.
Any
You're a good
pointers?
listener. No, not really. I can't critique what you're doing because you did a very good job. So I can't. No.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. So I thank you for your participation, in this journey. And again, we're going to set up that follow-up session for 6 months out, just to follow up on your progress. And again, if you should need me sooner, feel free to contact my office, okay? Well, it was a pleasure meeting with you, Mr. Napier. Good luck in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you.